Good afternoon, my dear viewers. I am in South Carolina. Big, nice beach resort. Катаюсь. Welcome to Kate Beach channel. I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna go and walk on the beach. I'm gonna show you beautiful South Carolina. It's a little windy here. You may know that big Hurricane Milton passed over Florida. Me and my girls, we live in Central Florida, me and my family. But yesterday we left early in the morning. We went to South Carolina to evacuate because we didn't know how bad the weather was going to be. So my husband and my father stayed in our house in Central Florida, northeast of Orlando. And this morning I'm happy to report that the hurricane has passed and our neighborhood doesn't have significant damages. We didn't lose power, and my dad and my husband are very safe. The winds were very strong, probably 80 miles an hour, but everyone is safe in my neighborhood. The electricity didn't go off, so the fridges, the AC are working. My husband is cleaning the yard while I am here in beautiful resort going to the beach. I have 5 viewers. Welcome to my live stream. I'm Kate B. I live in Central Florida, United States, but currently I'm in South Carolina because we escaped Hurricane Milton. Look how pretty it is here. Look how pretty. Look how pretty it is here in South Carolina. So pretty. So I'm taking you to the beach. I'm taking you to the water. Welcome to my live stream. I have 1 viewer. So the weather is beautiful. Here is sunny and it's about 70 degrees, but I'm wearing long sleeves just because I feel cozy in the wind, and I wear long sleeves because I don't want to get sunburned. So I'm taking you to the beach. This is my outfit today. I love lavender, I love purple. Can you hear me well? I have 6 viewers. It's so pretty here. I'm gonna take you to the Atlantic Ocean, to the beach. I'm gonna show you the beautiful beach here in Hilton Head Island. It's very pretty here. Very, very pretty. So you take this walkway. You're surrounded by the trees, and then you're gonna walk and see the big, huge marsh with different wild birds. So to be in the nature, so nice to stay calm and be safe and feel safe. Tomorrow we're going back to Florida. We're gonna drive back to our home in Florida, but today we're taking it easy. We're having a mini vacation, escaping the Hurricane Milton. And here it seems to be nothing. We are about 5 hours away from Orlando. Can you hear me well? Yeah. I told my kids to come with me, but they didn't want to come with me. I have 20 viewers. Hi, welcome to my live stream. I'm Kate. Originally, I'm from Eastern Europe, but I live in the United States, in Florida, in Orlando area. But today I'm in South Carolina at the beach resort, so I'm taking you to see the Atlantic Ocean, and we're gonna go see the beach, enjoy the beach walk with me. I'm doing my steps every day, try to do my 10,000 steps. So I'm taking with you on my beautiful walk. Let me show you. You need to see that. It's so pretty here. 29 viewers. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, I just wanted to report that my family is safe. The neighborhood we live, it's not far from the University of Central Florida in Orlando area. It's northeast of Orlando, and from what my husband reports, the very strong winds were from 3 a.m. in the morning up to probably 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. It was like really, really rough weather, strong winds. Not as much rain, he said, and our streets where we live are not flooded. Yesterday, they had a lot of tornado warning in the area my house is, like, because I work for the huge university and they send us tornado alerts. So around 3:30 p.m. last night, there was a tornado warning, and I think there were about 15 tornadoes all over the area that got affected by Hurricane Milton. But today, today, from what my husband told me, our neighborhood was pretty safe and sound. And they didn't lose electricity, so I'm very happy they didn't lose electricity. So since they didn't lose electricity in our neighborhood, the fridge will be okay, it will be working, and my food is not going to spoil. So when I come home tomorrow, on Friday, everything gonna be back to normal. So the hurricane has passed, and I'm so grateful for my immediate family to be safe, and I'm so grateful that I could leave, because I was in a panicky mood and I felt that I couldn't bear the bad weather. So me and my daughters, we left, and we're here in South Carolina for 2 nights and 2 days. And we're having a good time because it's very, very pretty here. The resort is called Surf Watch Marriott Vacation Clubs. So if you live in South Carolina, place to go for vacation, I highly recommend this place on the Atlantic Ocean. It's a little bit north of Savannah. It's about an hour drive from Savannah. It's very, very well kept resort on the beach. It is called Marriott Vacation Club. Reconnecting. It's very, very good. It smells like fish and salty water. It smells really, really good. Drop me a line. Tell me, how are you? Today I'm grateful. I am happy for this day. God is good. We are safe. Milton has passed. I don't watch the news because I don't want to think that if I watch the news I get real upset that people may have suffered. Hey Dumpling, how are you doing? And howling this salty fish water looks. Yeah, here is another pool. Oh, water doesn't look good today. The water looks rough. Are we gonna go see? Wow, the water looks pretty rough. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by, comrade. Don't call me. Yeah, have a good day, comrade. Don't call me Dumpling. You silly goose. I'm not a dumpling. I'm a piece of refined chocolate. New beach regulations. Okay. Only small plastic shovels are allowed. Dig holes less than 1 foot deep. Fill them when you are done. Remove all personal property by sunset. Okay, that's good beach rules. Wow. Look at the rough seas. Can you hear me well? Have a great day too. I have 27 viewers. 27 viewers. Can you hear me? We're here at the beach. We're gonna walk along. Oh, rough waters. Not a beautiful sea. Oh, I don't like that sea. It's so rough. So rough. How is the sound? I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna go walk around, do my steps, walk along the beach. Let me get my shoes. The water is cold. Looks like snow. Oh my goodness, look at the big waves. Jesus. That's the remains of Milton. Oh, I'm getting wet. I'm getting wet. My pants are getting wet. How can you hear me? It's probably too windy. Oh, wow. Боже, какой хороший воздух. This is incredible. Боже, как хорошо. Can you hear the wind? Have a great day. Thank you. 27 viewers. So we're in South Carolina. We're on Hilton Head Island. I'm gonna show you beautiful houses right here at the beach. Look at these residences. Oh my gosh. Look how people live right there on the beach. Что ж такое? Drop me a line. Tell me if you can hear well. Look at the water, it's so murky. Sand here is $36 viewers. Look, it's almost like foam. It's almost like pieces of snow. Look, the foam. Woohoo! I read John Grisham's book and he describes Amelia Island, and on Amelia Island they said sometimes they had rough seas like that, and in the morning it was covered with foam like with the snow. That's what he was talking about. When the waves form big foam, it feels like foamy and snowy. Have a great day. It's October 10th today. I'm so grateful, guys. I'm so grateful. My heart is full today. I'm so grateful to those beautiful right here on the beach. Wow, it's very windy. Those are mansions. Look at the houses. Look. Don't you want to have a mansion on the beach? Wow. So pretty. It's a little scary to be so close to the water. Manage. Wow, beautiful houses. We are in South Carolina, on the tip of the island. It's interesting to be on the very tip of the land Look, look. Wow, look at the sand. The sand running by the wind. Wow. So pretty. So, so pretty. Wow, so windy. Just wanted to report that Milton has passed and we're going back home tomorrow, Friday. But I took you for the beach walk because it's incredibly pretty here. So pretty. So, so pretty. Как хорошо. Ножки в воде. So good. Ножки в воде. У-ху! Красиво. Welcome to the live stream. 33 viewers. Don't be shy. Send me a comment. Where are you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you watching from? Taking you to the beach in South Carolina. I'm getting wet. I'm getting wet. So, so, so pretty. I'm planning to go for about an hour walk. My kids didn't want to come to the beach, but they will go to the pool later. Hawaii Island in Honolulu. Alvin Ray, welcome. Yeah, Hawaii is beautiful too. South Carolina has its charm too. But Hawaii is gorgeous. I love Hawaiian sunsets. That's my favorite, to watch sunsets over the water. Honolulu. Ой, как хорошо здесь ходить по песку. So nice to walk on the sand, on the wet sand. Oh, it's so good for your body and soul. So, so good for you. For your body and for your soul. Та-да-да! Красиво. Сейчас я должна поворачивать обратно. I have to turn around and go back. So pretty here. Very warm, but nice breeze, not too hot. Very, very warm. Very nice breeze. I love the breeze from the ocean. Salty water. Meditate with me. That's why you are beautiful. Thank you. I am happy. I'm happy and I'm in a happy place and I'm safe and I'm grateful today. My heart is full. My heart is so full. I'm going to show you the kite. People are flying the kite. You see the kite? Aww. So, so pretty. Wow. see the kite? 46 people. Welcome to Kate's Beach channel. Welcome to my live stream. I'm just getting out here to tell you that everything is okay. Hope everyone I know in Central Florida is safe after the Hurricane Milton. Enjoy life way too much. Alvin Ray. It's not a bad thing, right? Life is not all about struggles. Life is about finding perfect balance from everyday hard work and struggles and enjoying life. You have to learn how to relax, how to live those moments of relaxation to the fullest, right? And it's not easy because we have lots of responsibilities in life, and it's not a walk on the beach every day. Most of days it's hard work to provide for your family, to go to work, to get up, to do something meaningful, to make money. And then when you spend your money, you spend them on the moments of relaxation. Are you Russian or German? I'm Russian. Yeah, I'm a lot of different bloods. My dad is from Russia, my mom is from Moldova. My mom has a mixture of Polish, Ukrainian, Moldovan blood. So between my mom and my dad, I'm a mixture of Eastern European bloods. But yes, my first language is Russian, so you can call me Russian. Yesterday I met a beautiful lady from Brazil. Her name was Patricia. And she showed me beautiful whales. Her family still lives in Brazil, and the ocean, so the ocean looks so much different with the mountains. So in Brazil, she showed me this beautiful ocean with the mountains. And I went to Pacific, I went to Alaska, and it's such a different vibe when you see the ocean with the mountains. And the same in Hawaii, there are mountains, there is the volcano. So here in Atlantic, on east coast of the United States, we don't have mountains anywhere around the ocean on that side. Like in California, it's beautiful, but I like it here too because the beach is so beautiful. It's like such a fresh air. Everything feels better on the beach. I have mixed blood. You never heard of or anybody besides my kind. Ah, okay, that's good too. Where is this beach? Just joined. Welcome to my live stream. Beauty Speak. We are in South Carolina. This is the island. It's called Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Not far from Georgia border. About an hour from Savannah, Georgia. South Carolina Atlantic seashore. And because of the Hurricane Milton that hit Florida last night, South Carolina gets a little bit of wind and tropical, I guess they call it a tropical storm, but it's not really a tropical storm, it's nothing. Because Milton hit Florida and moved down to Atlantic. I'm Chamorro and Carolinian blood. Interesting, Alvin. Thank you for sharing. How? Polynesian? How? And are we referring to? Can we refer to you, Alvin, as Polynesian? That it looks like it looks really bad in Florida. Yeah, the hurricane hit last night. It's really, really bad on the west coast of Florida, Siesta Key Beach. That's where the Hurricane Milton made a landfall last night at 8:31 p.m. That was a beautiful beach. We love that beach. We went to that beach every year. It's about 2-3 hours away from my house on west coast of Florida, and that's where the majority of flooding and destruction happened from Milton. South of Sarasota, Siesta Key Beach. Yes, it looks really bad in Florida, but you know, people will rebuild. People will rebuild. It's gonna be okay. As sad if the lives were lost, but the material things can be rebuilt easily. So what do you think? Should we walk back and should we walk back and talk about life? No, I am Fijian blood for my poly blood, but I am also Micronesian. Thank you. That's very interesting. I cannot define between the population. I know there are a lot of Japanese people in Hawaii. Alvin, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Micronesian. Okay, okay. Polynesian and Micronesian. I got it now. Fijian for my poly blood. Interesting. Wow. I think there is a proven fact that when people are not pure blood, when people are a mixture of a lot of bloods, they tend to be stronger and healthier. I don't know. I kind of believe in that theory, because when there is a mixture of different origins and bloods and genes, I think the body has to adjust to a lot of diseases, and the immune system has to be strong to fight the possible diseases that, you know, the gene could carry from different bloods. So I'm a mixture of the bloods myself, and my kids a huge mixture of the bloods, mostly east and north of Europe. I even have a little bit of Finnish blood, because my sister, she did 23andMe test, and she said that we even had 2% of Finnish, so Northern Europe. Probably like a little tiny bit of Viking, but I'll take 2%. I don't have Jewish blood. It was very interesting to know that we don't have Ashkenazi Jews. Like usually a lot of people who lived in Moldova, Ukraine, and other Soviet Union republics, a lot of them show traces of Ashkenazi Jews. But our blood test, my sister said that we have 0. Viking, Alvin, yeah, 2% Finnish. I am the only tallest in my family. Okay, interesting. So you are tall for people of your culture, right? Interesting fact. I don't mind. I think for anybody, the height has nothing to do with how strong-minded or how big-hearted or smart person can be. So I only believe that physical appearance, like when people are super unhealthy in terms of their weight, I think they can really affect their health and ability and physical abilities. But the height, it's not a big deal. So today I wanted to tell you about an interesting dream. Nice Bludin Alvin. Thank you. So last night I couldn't sleep. You know, I had this anxiety because I talked to my husband every hour or so to So he keeps me posted. He kept me posted about what's going on there in Orlando area with the approaching hurricane. And he said, go to bed. It's not going to be here until like too late at night or like early in the morning at 3 a.m. And we were far away, you know. I did the drive in the morning, and I had my fair share of panic and anxiety because there was a huge rain after we left St. Augustine, after we passed St. Augustine, Florida, going to on I-95 North. You can see it in my short. There was a like rain, and visibility was close to zero with that rain. So the driving conditions were very bad, but the roads were clear. There were no traffic. There was no, thanks God, there was no crashes on our way. So we made it safely to Savannah. Yes, I agree with you. So, and I was, the whole time when I was driving, I said, we're going away. We're going to be far away from the hurricane. Me and my kids going to be safe. I have nothing to be anxious about. But you know, only part of my family evacuated. And my dad, he is 82. He didn't want to go with us because of the long drive, because he said it's hard for him to sit for a long time in one position and stuff like that. And he's hard to get up and go, you know. At 82, he wants to stay home, close to his chair, close to his foods, you know. He's not, you know, he was not in the mood to travel with us, though we miss him. So anyways, I was stressed during the drive, but we came here, everything was so beautiful here. And the southern people, like hospitality, people were so friendly and so accommodating. Everyone here is so beautiful, so pleasing, so friendly, so hospitable. So you should go on a diet. Thank you. I'm on a diet. I'm trying to lose weight again. But thank you for your comment and stopping by at my live stream. So I came here and I was able to relax a little bit, to breathe the fresh air, to decompress. And then at night, I couldn't fall asleep because I started to hype myself up about my dad, about my husband. What if, you know, there is a flood in the house? What if my husband, you know, like gets hurt with a tree when the tree falls on the house? My dad sleeps on the second floor and it's another big tree right outside his window. I started to have all this, you know, bad scenarios in my head, and since I was not there, I can't control anything. But even if I was there, I couldn't control anything in the nature disaster, right? But I couldn't settle. Like, I've been hyping myself up with watching YouTube live news from different TV channels, giving us updates how strong is the hurricane. And then I heard about Siesta Key after 8:30 p.m. I heard about that Siesta Key was hit directly. And I remember going to the beach with my classmates a couple of years ago, having a good time. When it was my birthday, we went maybe 3 years ago. And today my classmate called me from Canada, and she said, oh my gosh, I saw that beach we went together 3 years ago. I saw that beach. See, that looks like snow, like foam. Ah, so pretty. And she said, oh my gosh, she said, I saw this beach, got hurt, and we talked briefly. Oh wow, really? Now you're perfect the way you are. Alvin, thank you for saying that. I don't mind if people make comments, and sometimes with their own shit. Whatever they want to share, whatever trigger them, that's a platform to be nice or toxic. And I'm toxic sometimes too, writing comments to people. And that's a part of YouTube, that of freedom of speech. Oh wow, really? Alvin, don't worry about it. I don't take it personally. Polly Jackets. Hi, Polly. Welcome to my live stream. I remember you from my Closet Clean live stream. I'm in South Carolina. We escaped Florida because we had a hurricane, but everyone is safe. My family is safe. I took my girls to South Carolina to run away from hurricane. We are at the beautiful beach on Hilton Head Island. This is the Atlantic Ocean. The weather is super nice. I'm breathing fresh air. I decompress, and those supposed to be work days, and they're gonna get paid. I work for the university. We get emergency closure. The university was closed from Tuesday up to Friday. We're going back to work Monday, but I took this time to have a little mini vacation, and it feels wonderful. It feels great, especially knowing that my family is safe and our neighborhood is safe and we still have power, and when I come back tomorrow, I come back home, everything gonna be back to normal. And I don't have to clean up. My husband will do the dirty work for me. Kudos to my hubby and my dada. They're gonna clean the yard from the debris. We have lots of debris. He didn't send me a video, but when he sends me a video, I'll post a little short how much debris we had fallen from the trees. But other than that, everyone was safe. Electricity didn't go out. There was a strong wind, no flooding. So we are very happy, very, very, very lucky and very happy that Hurricane Milton has passed. How did you escape from Florida? By plane or car? Alvin, thank you for the question. No, we drove. So we left my house around 7:15 yesterday morning. Usually to get to Hilton Head from my house straight here is 5 hours, 11 minutes. I was worried about the traffic, but I-95 North, that's the road that goes around East Coast from south to up to north to, I guess, Boston. You can drive I-95 all the way from Florida to Boston. So I took I-95 North and we passed St. Augustine, we passed Jacksonville. From Jacksonville, we went to Savannah, and we stopped in Savannah. Okay, before we hit the Georgia border, we stopped for a breakfast. So we stopped around maybe 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive. We stopped to take coffee and breakfast. And then we drove another hour to go to Savannah. It was 3.5 hours total drive. And then we walked in Savannah for about 2 or 3 hours. We walked around the historical downtown of Savannah. I'll make a video about that. So we went to see we walked around the river. We went to see JW Marriott. We liked the exhibition there. And then we got in the car and took us another hour to come to South Carolina. Oh, I got wet, but that's okay. So by car, the plane tickets were super duper expensive. Like at first, when I wanted to evacuate, I looked up the tickets to go see my friend in Chicago. My girl's godmother lives in Chicago, my friend from university. And my other best friend, my childhood friend, we went to school together since elementary school. She lives in St. Louis. So she told us to come to stay with them in St. Louis. But the plane tickets were like $780 per person at that point, and I didn't want to spend that much. Here, when we came to South Carolina, we paid for gas. Gas was a little expensive in Savannah when I filled it up. I had to spend $4.80 per gallon of gas. That was insane, I guess, because this gas station was right in downtown Savannah and it was trafficy. Were you on vacation or do live in Florida? I feel bad. The hurricane reminded me of how my home got totally destroyed by hurricane. It wasn't as worse as Florida hurricane. Yeah, I live in Florida. I've been living in Florida for the past 18 years, Central Florida, Orlando area. Originally, I'm from Eastern Europe, and we had all 4 seasons, and we had earthquakes. And when I was a kid, I survived a really, really bad earthquake when we were at home alone, and I lived in the building, 9-story building. And me and my friend was on the 8th floor and I was on the 7th floor, and we were home alone. It was summer time. And I remember that feeling being 10 or 11. No, I think I was 10. I think it was like, I was probably 10 or 11. My mom was at work, my dad was at work, and we were home alone. And I remember the feeling of the earthquake when you're on the 9th floor and you can't really run. It's very dangerous to run on the stairways. And you never use the elevator, you know, and this, yeah, we knew that, you know, somehow we had that knowledge. But standing on the 7th floor of the cement building that was so rough, I really thought I was going to die. It was such a traumatic experience. I literally heard all the screeching noise. And I think because of that, you know, earthquake experience, when I was alone and I was 10, and the best thing that comes to your mind is, that's it, you're dying here in that building, because you know how earthquakes are in the other regions. Back in the day, it was still the Soviet Union, and when there were earthquakes in Armenia, I think we all knew how devastated it was. And a couple of years ago, it was a devastating earthquake in Turkey when people lost their lives. But being 10 and realizing that you're dying in the earthquake is like very rough, traumatic experience for the kid. And I don't remember, you know, I don't remember having any other feelings or regrets. Just standing there and like, that's it. I thought, I'm not gonna see my mom anymore. I'm gonna die alone here during the earthquake. So I don't do well with nature disasters. It brings like such strong emotional feelings that, you know, like the anxieties are through the roof. I can't sit on the place. I'm like in one place. I have to do something with my hand, running around. I was cooking, I was prepping, I was buying food, I was buying non-perishable items, I was buying the hurricane. But at the end, I told my husband, there's such a nasty feeling that you don't know what to expect, whether it's going to slow down when it hits, you know, the west part of Florida, whether it's going to intensify. So I'm not going to give it a chance. I just want to flat, and it's worth it. And it's not about like driving 5 hours. It's just worth for me to do something rather than sit there and wait and just be in the fate of the nature disaster. So I felt so much better that I took my girls away, and then at night I couldn't sleep because I started to be anxious about my husband and my dad. And I've been making all these scenarios in my head, and you know, yeah, I'm a very anxious person. Like, I've been always anxious all my life, and I worked on it a little bit with a therapist, but I didn't get, I'm in denial. I don't want to get medicated. I don't want to be on Xanax. I don't want to be on any sorts of big pharma medication for, you know, for your anxieties. My philosophy is to find the tools and coping mechanisms and skills to help me with my psychological, you know, like emotions when when they're too much. So I don't want to be medicated for my anxieties. But I couldn't sleep last night because I started to have these bad scenarios in my head, thinking that I only have these two men in my life, the most important man in my life, my daddy and my husband. And I got such a big fear. I almost, had I had so much pressure like in the area of my heart. I almost said that, Kate, stop doing that because you're gonna get a heart attack. Like, you know how much you love your kids. It's so unconditional. It's just given when you have kids. They're your flesh and blood. But you know, my dad is my flesh and blood, and my husband is my, you know, the love of my life too. And all of a sudden I started to have this weird panicky scenario in my head that I can lose them at the same time. So I started to think that would be like the worst that can happen. And I couldn't sleep until like 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. And I had to walk around, drink some water, turn on the lights, turn on the, you know, like turn on the air, and then I was able to sleep. But you know, it's all in your head. Finally, I could find some coping mechanism. I was listening to some pen music on YouTube, like some meditation, and I was falling asleep. The next day, and he was pronounced dead. Alvin, I'm so sorry. That's a devastating experience you went through during the hurricane. Oh my gosh, I lost my grandpa on the hurricane that hit my home. He was in the car when the hurricane was happening, and the car flipped over for almost 15 hours, but we found him the next day. This was back in 2020. Alvin, I'm so sorry to hear that. This is so sad. Yes, I remember this devastating hurricane that in Hawaii. That was so sad. I'm so sorry you lost your grandpa. That's how I felt. I almost had a panic attack if I would think that my girls will lose grandpa or they're dead, you know. But anyways, it's all good. That's why I'm grateful today. And I didn't quite have a panic attack because, again, I know the mechanisms that help me cope. And I stopped watching bad stuff on YouTube. I started to watching the calming stuff. I have these meditations and I have this music I really like. This is called Pan music. If you never heard Pan music, I'm listening to that artist Malt Martin. I think he's German, and he plays this instrument. It's a pan, but it makes like those beautiful sounds that touch your souls. Hand pan music. It's called hand pan music. Just find it on YouTube and you know what I'm talking about. So I started to listen to this music, and you know, I started to pray, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and that helped me. Oh my gosh, I never prayed that much. I only prayed that much when my mom was dying, and it didn't help. So for a long time I wasn't in a good terms with God, and my faith was lost. But you know, I got my faith back, and for the sake of my girls, for the sake of my family. And I got my faith back when my dad was critically ill in 2020 after he was hospitalized with COVID, and after he was in critical condition. My sister, who was very atheistic and who was very, you know, like very blunt, and who is a nurse herself, knowing like science better than God, like at some point she talked to me on the phone and she said, we don't have, okay, bye Kate, I subscribe. Thank you so much, Alvin. Thank you for being with me in this live stream. Have a good day. Look at this foam. It almost looks like snow. So my dad was critically ill. I was 2020 during my sister, who is a nurse herself, she said there is nothing we can do now, and the only thing we can do, we can pray. And I remember that Alvin, thank you. Oh my gosh, you sent me $9.99. How nice of you. Thank you so much. Oh, you shouldn't have to. Thank you. I'm really grateful for your donation. Thank you so much, Alvin. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining my live stream. It's very kind of you to send me a donation. Thank you, thank you. I pray for you and your family to find some peace, and pray for your grandpa to rest in peace and be your guardian angel. Thank you, Alvin. Bye. So, I wasn't in good terms with faith in God, but when my dad was sick, my sister, she said, that's it. He's in the right place. He's in the hospital. There's not much they can do. They're doing everything in their hands and their knowledge and their, you know, specialty. So she told me you have to pray. And when my sister told me that, I remembered how I prayed for my mom when she was sick, and how I was negotiating with God, and it didn't help. And when I prayed for my dad, I was so mature and sincere, you know. When my mom was sick, I was 24, I was young, I didn't have this life experiences, I didn't have my own kids, I didn't have as much knowledge, and I guess my soul wasn't as big as, and you know, and developed as it is now. So when my dad was sick, I didn't have much faith, but all of a sudden when my sister told me to pray, and that's the only thing we could do, I prayed. And that's how I got my faith back 4 years ago, 2020, COVID year. We survived the COVID, we rebuilt, and we, you know, we got stronger, we got closer, we got wiser and mature. But it was a good time to get your faith back. My dad came home and he cooked his famous crepes, you know, like thin and crepes, his recipe, his ritual, his tradition. We got a lot of Irish butter on the crepes, and the life went on. And that gave me so much more hope and faith. So this time, last night, what helped me a lot, you won't believe it, I prayed. I sincerely prayed. Let me show you. This is a little necklace. Actually, it's a pendant. You know, my classmate Christina, my dear friend from Moldova, she sent me this pendant when I was pregnant with my daughter. This has Virgin Mary and the baby, and on the other side of this pendant it says "Спаси and сохрани" in Russian. So, yes, спаси, сохрани. Save, I think in Russian is "Спаси and сохрани." It's a save and preserve or something like that. Save and preserve. Let's celebrate the 5th super on the live stream. Thank you so much, Alvin. So, I started to pray holding this pendant so close. And I prayed and I prayed. And you know, when my husband sent me a text message this morning, I was so happy to know everything is okay. And then my neighbor sent me a message that everybody is okay. And what else you can ask for when your family is in the hands of God and they survive the bad weather and the disaster? What else you can ask? What else you can ask to be grateful? Nothing. You should be grateful. You should be grateful, guys. And I know, you know, not many people have the same outcome today. Probably, like, a lot of people lost homes, but as long as they have each other, I think, you know, you understand, like, in the moments like that, all this matter is like love and relationship and families, and how you there for each other, how you care, how you worry about each other, and how you really, really hold on to each other, and in good and in bad situations. So pretty. I put some sunscreen on my face, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get sunburned. So thank you for being with me 46 minutes on this beautiful, gorgeous beach in South Carolina. Hold your family a little closer today. Give them hugs. Tell them you love them. Just be grateful to have them. Be nice to each other, and That's the most important thing. Unfortunately, we realize that not every day when everything is okay. We only realize that in the moments of scare, in the moments of panic, or in the moments of difficulties, we realize some things that really matter the most. Okay, guys, thank you for being with me this beautiful Thursday afternoon in South Carolina. Oh, I always like to cry in my live streams. Oh, I like to shed a little tear. So never lose faith. And even if you lost faith, try to find it back, like I did. And I think my kids teach me lessons every day. They really study the Bible, and they really bring me the good wisdoms from the Bible, the messages from the sermons. And it's a very good thing to do. That's a part for people, how to learn how to cope with difficult situations in life. Thank you. I have 16 viewers. Thank you for being with me. I hope you had a nice time on my live stream. Oh wow, look at that. Wow. Look how far the water goes. Look. What I like about this beach is that it's up to the dunes, it's only a short walk. Okay? So see how far the water goes up to here. And we are so close to the water. When we go to west coast of Florida, yeah, see? I can sit a little further here in the dunes. I'm gonna put my selfie stick, and I'm gonna walk to the water. I like to have videos like that when I'm walking and you see my back. I just like to have videos like that when I'm walking away towards the water. Just don't know, I find it romantic that you see my back. Sometimes it's like I'm making my own movie, and if I die and people watching my YouTube channel, they see those beautiful moments of me, and I'm gonna just walk towards the ocean. Maybe my soul will be forever saved, and you know, I get this eternal, like, how you call it, life, if something happens to me. Okay, I'm gonna go walk, and you watch me walking. Okay, you watch me walk. Can you hear me? Watch me walk. Watch me walk. Rough seas. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that feels like snow. The water waves forming this type of foam that can look like snow, but it's never snowing in Florida. Wow, Yeah, this water and this foam has lots of sand in it, so it's not white. It's like sandy, and it's like sandy color. Okay, it smells like fish. Okay. Thank you for being with me. I hope you liked my beach walk. I only tried to do my live stream for about an hour. So this live stream was there. How long? 10 minutes? After I was reconnected, it shows me 10 minutes, but it's probably a little more than an hour. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you again for everyone to watch my channel, support my channel, subscribe. Please write your comments, anything in life. But I forgot to tell you about my dream. This message is held for review. Okay, like real quick before I go. So what was the dream? Okay, what was the dream? Because I wanted to give you an update on my weight loss journey. You know from my previous videos that I was on medication for 4 months to lose some weight, to get to a healthier BMI. I was able to lose 24 pounds in 4 months being on Wegovy medication, semaglutide. The highest dose I took 0.5 milligrams, and I was able to lose about 14% of my total weight on 4 months. So from the BMI 27, when I was on the border of being obese, like overweight and obese, I was able to lose about 10 kilos. And I had to stop semaglutide because I only had my prescription for 4 months and I reached my goals. But after I stopped semaglutide, I still wanted to keep my very healthy habits of eating very small portions. But after you stop semaglutide, it's probably still in your bloodstream for some time, so I didn't feel the effect of weaning myself. But after about 4 weeks, I stopped semaglutide. I started to get cravings and my appetite increased again, and I didn't feel good emotionally. I started to feel like, I have sugar cravings again. But the first month after stopping semaglutide, I was able to lose another 2 pounds, which is another kilo. So I'm at my goal weight of 56 kilos. My goal weight was 57 kilos, 58. But now I'm at 56 kilos, but I'm not going through a good time. I truly believe that semaglutide is the medication that affects your body and your brain to have this feeling of fullness. And now, since I'm weaned off this medication, I still feel hunger. I started to feel upset if I don't eat. I start feeling emotional again about not eating my favorite sugary foods, and it's so sad. It's so controversial. I was trying to be conservative about medication. I was trying to use this medication just a crutch to help me reach my goal weight and to be a little healthy in my own body. But it plays a trick on you, so it plays a trick on you. It works against you, and now I really believe in this theories that the big pharma cares only about the money. They don't care, they make this freaking miracle drug that help people to eat less. But at the end of the day, you have to take this drug for the rest of your life. So now I feel like I'm at my goal weight, but I have this anxiety and fear that all this weight is going to come back, and I'm crying again because I had this weird dream last night after being upset with all this, with all this situation. Everybody's safe and I should be grateful. But I had this weird dream that I said, and I really had a speech about this, how I feel about this weight loss medication and how it messed me up, because I truly believe that after stopping it, I could be a new person, having good relationship with food. But forget it. As soon as you stop and it gets out of your bloodstream, you feel like an addict, and you go back to all these cravings, to this crazy appetite, trying to eat something all the time. And it's ridiculous. I don't know why I'm crying, why I'm so upset about it, but in my dream I was able to sound my feelings, and it felt like in my dream I was very honest with myself. So I'm trying to be honest with you guys now. So now I realize that for people, like, now I even want to have diabetes, because if you have diabetes, you can have this medication for the rest of your life, right? But because I don't have diabetes, I reached my goal weight, I cannot have this medication just for cosmetic purposes. But it's really true that the big pharma comes up with something to hook you up and make you take this, because the effects of losing weight and the effects of not feeling the hunger is the best feeling in the world. And now I have so much more anxieties and pressures not to gain all this weight back. I just want to go back on the medication, you know? So I probably sound like a stupid drug addict, but I don't care if this live stream is not going to be monetized. I don't care, because that's how I feel, you know? That's how I feel. So they give you this thing to try, and it really works. And now I feel like, yes, I have better habits. I cook every day. I buy very good food. I buy delicate food. I eat a lot of protein. I drink a lot of water. I stay physically active. Actually, I'm gonna go rent a bike now and go on a bike. But you know, it's awful that this medication messed up with your brain and like with your body. Like you don't really feel the hunger, don't really feel the noise of the food. You don't care about the food much. You don't want to eat big portions. And as soon as you wean yourself off and it's not in your bloodstream, you go back, you snap back. Like we went to this French bakery and I saw all these beautiful pastries, and I almost fainted because I knew I couldn't eat them, but I bought myself some and I ate some, and it's weird feeling of feeling guilty after you eat. And this is a big sign that you're messed up in the brain and you have a bad relationship with food and sugars. And so my cravings are back, and whatever they tell you that there are no side effects from this medication, I think it's a bigger side effect. When you stop taking it, you can easily go back to eating more food and eating more calories and gaining your weight back. So I'm holding up. It's only been a month without it, but to tell you the truth, I'm looking forward when it's going to be approved. I'm sorry for me crying. I don't know. I just feel like it's okay to cry. But I just wanted to get it off my chest because this dream was so vivid, and I told myself, you're still here, 14 viewers. I don't know if I'm getting a little too emotional and it distracts you or you don't like it. I don't care. It's my therapy, you know. It's a part of my therapy when I get it off my chest, right? So, can you hear me? Please drop me a line. I have 7 people. Okay? So, I know why it's controversial, because it is a drug. And I fully understand the science. And I fully understand the commercial purpose of people making money, of people like me trying to lose weight with less effort. But I mean, it's still an effort. You still have to cook and eat healthy. You still have to be able to afford the good fresh food. You know, you still have to put an effort and, you know, making those healthy meals and take your meals to work, and you still have to make an effort and find time to exercise, to stay active and have good physical activity. But you know, your appetite is back and your sugar cravings is back and all this food noise is back. So I don't know. I was so pro weight loss medication. I'm still am, but you know, like, it's so sick to wish something on yourself. Like, it's so sick to wish diabetes just to have access to the stupid drug. So okay, I should calm down. I should be more optimistic. I shouldn't cry and bawl my eyes out. Can you hear me? Where is this at? Richard. Hi, or Richard Ortiz. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, east coast of the United States. Coast. It's north of Savannah. Anyways, and I talked to my friend today and I explained to her all about my journey, showing you all my journey on YouTube, because I was telling you, like, I've been honest and I wasn't embarrassed about taking the semaglutide Wegovy medication. And like, I think that I would pay any money just to to have it and not to be struggling with food choices. This is stupid, you know. This is not fair. I know it's people's like first world problems, but you know, you can't live in the constant stress of not of worrying about like being unhealthy and fat and having like high risk of cardio diseases just because you're overweight. You can't live with that fear, you know. I think it's good they have this medication, and I don't know how it's gonna play out. I was more optimistic before, because I told myself, well, if I gain all this weight back, like, I'm good now, it's nothing to worry about. But I'm like playing the scenarios, okay? So the worst case scenario, well, I gained this 10 kilos back, you know. I'm not gonna die right away, because I'm still gonna be, you know, I'm still gonna, you know, be a human being, and I'm still gonna, you know, be a decent human being. But the worst case scenario, I gain this 10 pounds back, right? So the worst case that can happen, I just go back and I take semaglutide again, right? But it's expensive. It's a shortage of it, you know, and I don't want to pay $650 every month to depend on it so much. And I still think it's wrong to take the medication for the rest of your life. But you know, who knows? If people have conditions and they take it for a better quality of life, why not, you know? So I'm sitting here having all these thoughts, how it's gonna play out. And you know, if it's affordable, if it comes in some form of pills and you can take it under the supervision of your doctor, if you do your labs and you check your liver and you check your, you know, other like GI on a regular basis, and if this medication won't give you long-term side effects, I think I came to the conclusion that I really want to be on this drug. semaglutide, you know, or whatever, GLP-1 antagonist. They call it GLP-1 antagonist. So I don't have a wisdom for you, you know. It's everybody's choice and everybody's different. But if you struggle with the weight, and I know, because down the road, if you're a middle-aged woman like I am and you're going through hormonal changes and menopause and stuff like that, it's inevitable that you're gonna gain weight, and that's the worst feeling for me. That's, at this point, it's like I don't want to be unhealthy again, because it's too traumatic for me to think that my mom passed away because she was very unhealthy weight-wise, and she, you know, her underlying, you know, heart conditions and stuff, it was partially the reason was you know, uncontrollable being overweight. So thank you for letting me this off my chest. And don't take me wrong, we all have different troubles and problems, and it doesn't matter that I sit here in a beautiful space and a beautiful place like paradise-like, and I'm still not grateful. You know, we still always find something to worry about, and I don't believe in the happiest people unless they're high, you know. So I think it's okay to have first world problems. What do you think? Yes, it's okay to have first world problems, but that's a part of this life, you know. People struggle with all kinds of issues, but I think if you realize and you have knowledge about these issues, you are on the way to overcome them. So that's my wisdom. Thank you for being with me. Bye bye. I have to leave. Love you all. Subscribe, like, write your opinions about anything you want. Tell me your stories, and please stick around. Kate B. Thank you.